Today our housekeeper reported a not working air conditioner in one guest room, and I opened it up, checked if the AC is present. So AC is present. It just does not turn on. Everything is completely dead. This here is the DC, the power supply board. AC is coming in here. DC is produced here on this board. I was measuring, here's some points, 5 volt, 12 volt, and the voltages, DC voltages are not present. So I took the board out and turned it over, and look what I found. These small lizards, they are called jinjoks here in Thailand, and they are everywhere and they go inside everywhere. So I think we found our problem. I will remove the board and attempt a repair, see what is not working, if I can do something. Otherwise I have to call the AC technician to exchange this. But of course want to save the money to do that, because the pandemic is taking its toll anyway already. So as you saw, today we have fried lizard on the menu. It is stuck here on the board, and yeah, I will remove this creature here. The board looks quite corroded on the places where it's stuck, and then we will clean off everything with IPA and yeah, see if some traces are broken maybe, or components damaged. If we can find that out, then we might be lucky and the board might be repairable. Sorry, unfortunately, while I was recording the first few minutes, the battery of the camera was empty. So I cannot show you the initial steps, but what did I do? So I removed our poor jinjok, and here was a very terrible burn mark on the board, and the board is covered with a conformal coating, and if you peel this off, it will also peel off solder mask from the board. So you can see here now the blank copper. There is corrosion, maybe a little bit on the board, but the main area of interest is this burned up area where actually the trace is gone. On the other side of the board there's nothing else than this jumper, so I don't know if something is really missing here. So let's do some measurements and get this checked out, this area. Right, I did some measurements, so there is no trace damage. We have continuity from the jumper start point until the end point here. This is a pin of a connector. So I don't see anything else wrong here as well. There is no short on the board. The only thing I found, and which I think is strange, is here is a Zener diode, because the lizard here was laying like this, right? So he was touching something probably here in this area of this diode, and it's quite this big Zener diode here, and it measures both ways 3 ohms. Okay, I took the Zener diode now off the board, and we are going to test the diode. First we use plus on anode, black on cathode, and we should actually measure around 0.5 to 7 volts on this. The meter is on the diode mode, but it is showing OL. If we turn this over, the diode must show OL, the measurement, and it is also showing OL. So actually this diode is not shortened, it is blown. The 3 ohms resistance over the diode pins here, they are actually coming here from the transformer, from one of the coils. So this would be 2 coils here, and this is 3 ohms, so this seems to be okay. Yeah, so probably we have at least a dead diode, and what else can be faulty, I have no idea. So please, if you know more about this kind of power supplies, please tell me if it makes sense to go deeper into this, or what can be another fault on this kind of board. So yeah, what would you say? I looked at my electronic components, and all I have is just normal Schottky diodes. So I don't have a Zener diode at home. Unfortunately, of course, Zener diodes have voltage ratings. This T3D Zener diode is from Panasonic, and they come in almost 10 different voltage ratings. So I have here another marking, 5.6. Yeah, so this is the 5.6 volt Zener diode from Panasonic. Now the question is, will this fix the board if it is replaced, or is it just opening another rabbit hole? But all the other components are looking actually very nice and pristine, and because that lizard was laying into that direction, it could really be the issue. So this is the question. Please comment on the down if you have some experience with things like this, and you see this video just now these days, and if you can help, it would be really nice. Otherwise I have to just get this part and pay the money for the repair. Okay, so thank you for the time, and I see you at the continuation of this video.